Hey everyone, today I'm going to be breaking down a 14-unit apartment building that I have acquired, and I'm just going to share about the journey and the story of acquiring it, the bottlenecks I've been experiencing, how I've been overcoming those, and identifying the critical path. And I'm going to share later on the light at the end of the tunnel, what my net worth will raise to, and the cash flow I'll be experiencing from this asset once it's stabilized. Now that's a big if. I just still need to execute on some things, but I just want to break down the numbers and hopefully provides value to some of you. The way that I acquired this deal was actually right on the market. I have some notifications set up for when deals hit the market for on Zillow or the MLS, and essentially, it was on the market, and within 2 hours of me seeing it on the market, I had written up a contract, and I actually put it in for $20K over ask, because I knew the price per unit they were selling for was such a discount. Because I owned an apartment building nearby, I was like, I have to get this deal. So I just put a aggressive offer in to make sure I got the deal, and that's how I got it. So all 14 of these units are 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and when I looked at the rent rolls, it was 100% occupied, which is great, but it was occupied for $425 a month, which is extremely cheap, and a lot of times that was utilities included. So I knew when I was purchasing this asset, I was going to need a lot of creativity in working with other organizations and relocation services, because some people have been living there for a decade. And I knew I was going to have to either give them some money to help them relocate, maybe even provide a moving company to help them as well. And I did that, and I've been doing that. So I just knew when I was going into this purchase that I was going to have to get creative to increase the yield on the asset. It was originally listed for $369,000, and I just put it in a $20K over ask right away because I wanted to be the highest and best, because I knew they had about 10 other people that wanted the deal. She was like, my phone's blowing up, sorry I haven't gotten back to you. I have everyone that wants to see it, but this was during COVID. And I was like, hey listen, I'll put $5,000 earnest money down, I'll lock it up right now, let's move forward. I'll do as is box 2, which means I can still back out if there is something that is, a pretty big deal when it comes to the, structural integrity of the property, or maybe, the boiler system or other things that are going on with it were wrong. But essentially I got it for $389,000, which is $28K a door. I got a really good estimate from a contractor I know, and they specialize in multifamily renovations, and I'm so happy to have them on my team. And they were able to get me about, and this is for brand new flooring, paint, appliances, bathrooms, vanities, cabinets, countertops, everything. They got me $140,000 for all 14 units. That includes hallways, that includes exterior paint, all of the details when it comes to the property to make it sure it's going to be brand new to increase those rents. So I'll probably be all in for about almost $550,000 and about $39,000 a door. It should appraise for $58K a door, which is $800,000, which is so exciting. And I have a lot of things to execute on still, but it's amazing to see that light at the end of the tunnel for what the asset can be worth once it's all done. However, there was about 6 months ago a similar building, quarter mile away, rented out with the same model I'm using, same organization, that sold for $71K a door. If it were to sell for $71K a door, that's almost $1 million. So that's just really exciting that, if I don't get the appraisal I really want, that I could put it on the market and, cash out and then roll that money and those proceeds into a bigger deal tax-free. So a lot of you want to know, what's it going to be rented for? What's the expenses going to be on this property? And, what will the net, cash flow be if I can get it, producing, the right return and the right yield it's supposed to. So let's get into it. So the gross rent, I will be working with organizations. Not a lot of them will be Section 8. A couple of them might be, but have some other organizations in mind that will rent out a majority of the units. And they typically will fill in their own clients. That they will do a lot of on-hand case management to make sure they're taking care of the tenants and the residents and the units themselves. But the gross rent will be about almost $12,000, which is Pretty awesome. The only drawback is, which a lot of investors stray away from, is I am paying utilities. However, the price per unit of rent is about $853 for a 1-bedroom. So I'm getting a high rent ratio per unit. So that is huge. So the PITI, the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance are going to be about $4,150. I'm putting a property management percentage about 5%, another $450, and then maintenance will be another $450. It'll be a brand new asset, so there shouldn't be a ton of maintenance. But in the miscellaneous, for trash, for pest control or things like that, I put another $200. So yeah, at these numbers, they're being all in for about $39K a door, appraising for $58K a door, which once again, there's been sales that have gone for more than that. My net cash flow, obviously, best case scenario, is $5,000 a month. That is insane. So this is the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm about halfway through the units, and I'm still, working with the tenants to, be relocated and working with their case managers and things like that. Well, this is the light at the end of the tunnel to be able to cash flow $5,000 a month from one asset, guys. And then my net worth would go up $250,000. I'm kind of blown away by this. I'm really excited, but I also know I have a lot of work to do, and I like just to keep my head down. But this is very humbling for me. I'm very, blown away by this opportunity to, focus on this asset. I actually own 100% of this apartment building, but I got started, with, $20,000 properties and $50,000 properties, and I just slowly scaled up, and I just kept my head down and kept moving forward and kept rolling that money into the next deal. So anyways, that's this 14-unit apartment. This is in Kansas City, Missouri. If there's anything else you'd like me to share about, please leave it in the comments below, and keep following me for more deal breakdowns.